We have just arrived from Montenegro to Italy after a really long ferry ride. And this might surprise you, but the one thing that I've been looking forward to is to do my first grocery shop here. I don't know why, but everything in Italy just tastes so much better. In this video, I'm going to show you a full grocery shop, everything that I get, but also how I come up with my grocery list and meals for the week. I have so many good tips to share with you today so that you can crack healthy eating once and for all. For me, it really is about finding meals that I enjoy, love, and look forward to, but that also make me feel good and give me enough energy throughout the day. We actually arrived yesterday, so let me quickly give you a tour of our new apartment. This is our home for the next month. We found it on Airbnb, and our hosts are a really lovely Italian family. This was a little present from our host, and the best part was the fresh mozzarella. And very fitting, but our plates have lemons on them. Let's take a tour outside. This was really the selling point for me when we picked this Airbnb. And of course, the hammock was just the cherry on top. And like that wasn't enough, the next morning we woke up to fresh croissants left just outside of our door. To be honest, grocery shopping in Montenegro was surprisingly a challenge for us. It felt like we had to go to multiple different stores to get everything that we needed, and sometimes the things we needed weren't in stock. Not only that, but certain products just didn't taste the same. For example, avocados were more watery than creamy, so that's definitely top of my list today. There are a few other things that I've been missing, so I already have a list of things that I'm really looking forward to eating this week, and I have planned my meal based on that. But normally, I like to scroll on Pinterest throughout the week whenever I have a bit of free time. I kind of like certain meals that look good to me, and then once it is time to grocery shop, I'll just kind of pick 4 to 5 meals and make a grocery list out of that. So before we go, I do have one rule when it comes to grocery shopping, and that is not to go hungry. Just because when you're hungry, you make irresponsible choices, and our healthy grocery haul might turn into more of an unhealthy grocery shop, especially here in Italy. All right, let's go to the grocery store. We went to Dodeca, which was the closest one, and as we walked in, it was amazing to see all the fresh produce. All the seasonal veggies were out first, and that's a really good tip because sometimes I'll swap veggies from my recipes that I pre-plan to the ones that are seasonal and fresh. They usually taste better, but they can also be a lot cheaper. I swear we were in the grocery store and I felt like my eyes were popping out of their sockets. Literally, I wasn't hungry, but I could eat everything that I saw. It was just so beautiful. All the colors, the smells, the way it was fresh and properly organized. Oh my God, I can't explain you the difference between grocery stores in Italy and everywhere else. So here's our groceries laid out for you guys. We always try to get a variety of carb, fat, and protein sources so that we can build balanced meals. We also like to get leaner meats, for example, chicken breast instead of chicken thighs, or ground chicken instead of pork or beef. And of course, we're in Italy, so we had to get cheese and pasta. I also finally found my edamame. This was actually really hard to find in Montenegro. So we try and go for whole foods as much as possible and try and stay away from processed foods. My tip is to just skip those aisles in the grocery store. That way you avoid the temptation and getting something that you regret later. That said, we still have bread, pasta, all the good stuff, just in moderation. And when we do have the choice, we try to choose lighter versions. For example, we go for Greek yogurt and low-fat cheese usually, except for when we're in Italy. So here are some of the meals that came out of this grocery shop. My next tip is to always look at food labels and not count on the marketing in front of the box. Things that I'll look at when I turn the package around is how much protein you have per 100 grams, how many calories you have per 100 grams, and what is the recommended portion. This one doesn't actually have that much protein. It only has 2.5 grams of protein for the recommended 25-gram portion, but that portion only has 50 calories, so I thought that's a pretty good deal. So we did get coffee and tea, but we try and stay away from any other liquid calories, for example, juices or full sugar Coca-Cola. Occasionally we'll have some 0-calorie energy drinks and 0-calorie drinks, but that's mostly when we're trying to lose weight, just because it curbs your appetite. I think that snacks are probably the one habit that's the hardest to break, but we really try to avoid having a snack cabinet. And if we do reach for any snacks, we try to reach for high protein ones. When we do get unhealthy snacks, like this one, we had to. We're in Italy after all. I love these with my morning coffee. But when we do get snacks like this, we'll get a small portion, and then once the portion's done and the novelty is kind of worn off, then we don't have a ton of it to go through. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, and maybe you'll like this one next.